Hey guys, welcome back to Let's Play XCOM Enemy Unknown. So last time, let's not fucking sugarcoat it, that was an unmitigated disaster. We lost both of our good supports as well as an assault. Almost entirely because Doreen Fatty has terrible aim with her shredder rockets apparently, and also can blow up a tank with enough force to kill 2 captain level supports. So that was not good. But on the other hand, we also have this UFO mission to deal with. I guess that's, I don't really see how that's on the other hand, but anyway, this is something that we have to deal with. Let's look at what kind of people we have here. We got some squaddies. We don't actually have any rookies on the team, which is actually way better than I was expecting to do after losing 3 fairly seasoned operatives here, but let's go ahead and give these guys some equipment. Let's see here. Who's our supports? You are a support. So even though this guy isn't going to have the 3 medkit bonus from supports yet, I just kind of like to put one on him so I don't forget to do it later. Let's see. We have 2 assaults as well. Let's put a medkit on this other assault as well as an assault rifle, and then we'll decide where to distribute these guns, by the way. We're not going to leave it like this. But our 2 heavies, of course, don't have any better guns to get. We're very close to getting heavy plasmas done, but that's not going to happen quite yet. In the meantime, what do we have? Sniper, an assault. You should definitely have access to this plasma rifle. And then our 2 laser rifles can go... Oh, I already gave him 1. 2 laser... so we have a spare laser rifle even. Alright, so 2 heavies and 2 assaults. Okay, so I guess this is about as good as we're gonna get. I don't really want to bring 2 arc throwers with us at this point. Like, I'm not in a position where I want to be capturing aliens if at all possible. I'd rather just give these guys, like, you know what? Hang on. Let's look at engineering here. So we can't make any chitin plating at all. We need more chrysalid corpses, unfortunately. But I am going to make a few very cheap nanofiber vests and put those on, just 2, I think. Put those on our more important people who I'd rather not lose, as opposed to giving them arc throwers or, you know, like grenades or something like that. It's not really necessary, I don't think. We've got our hangar all set up, right? Everybody's... Yeah, we got a plasma cannon on every continent. That is good. So let's get back to this UFO landing site and give this assault can have a nanofiber vest. And I actually... as silly as it sounds, I'm actually going to take away the scope from Major Fatty here and give her a nanofiber vest as well. This gives, I think, a bonus of only 2 extra health? That's different from normal mode, it must be. Oh well, 2 extra health is still a big deal though. So that will give these guys a little bit more survivability. And we have a spare scope, which... I'm going to hang on to 1 arc thrower just in case it's just a perfect situation to capture an alien. And we're just going to leave the scope out of the equation for right now. But this is our squad, like it or not. Not a lot we can do about it right now. Really would have liked to get heavy plasma before starting this mission, but hey, can't always get what you want. So let's get into this UFO mission. It's a landing, not a crash, so we are going to have to be careful here, and I think this might be like more of a supply ship or a battleship than a normal UFO. Which means that we're gonna have a lot more trouble. I don't really recognize the map, like, off the cuff here. Hang on, let me make sure I'm going in the right direction. So we got level borders here. Okay, so yeah, ship's gonna be over here somewhere. The level, also I learned from doing that, level is not nearly big enough to house a large battleship, I don't think. So that's good. Oh, this is our sniper. So I am going to move him forward a little bit and toss forward a battle scanner maybe in here and see what we can see
Battle scanner's up.
Forward in the level. Oh, god damn it. That's what I'm talking about with the glitch. The battle scanner is totally glitched out and is going to show us nothing. I hate that shit so much. And it happens... Like, we've actually had really good luck during the Let's Play. I swear to God, it happens a third of the time when I'm off camera. It's such a ridiculously common problem to have. Anyway, so one of my focuses here, I'm going to have to do a little bit of metagame here, but I really want to get this support some kills quickly so that she can get to the point where she is carrying 3 medkits, because without that ability, we are really not in a good situation. Like, at this point in the game, you're pretty much required to have a decent medic with you, and losing both of them in one straight rocket was devastating. Not to name any names, Doreen Fatty. Sorry, was that naming you? Man, you know what's funny? Like, in Dark Souls, you would see, like, people leaving joke messages, like, beware of Fatty or Fatty ahead. And I was thinking they were, like, making fun of the dude in onion armor or something. No, they were warning me about Doreen Fatty, who was going to fuck up my entire operation in this Let's Play. Not to name any names, Doreen Fatty. That's going to become a meme of this Let's Play, I guarantee it. I can't help it. I'm just so pissed off about that. You had a 90% chance to put the rocket where I told you to, and instead, what did you do? You killed 2 teammates with 1 shredder rocket, which I didn't even really realize was possible. Is this guy... I thought he already used a move to throw his battle scanner. I guess that was last turn. No, we didn't... What? He lost a battle scanner, but he still had a move left. That's... I must not be paying attention. I'll assume that, even though it's not like this game is without glitches. I'm actually impressed that so far during the Let's Play, I haven't had the random crash glitch. Which every once in a while, like when I click the Overwatch thing, my game will just freeze and I'll have to restart. And I was expecting that to be a problem with the Let's Play that I was going to work around. But, yeah, I haven't seen it happen once so far. Like, knock on wood, right? Excuse me. Still getting over this sore throat. It's still only a couple days after starting this Let's Play. I've been recording a ton of it because, of course, I have so much fun with the series. This is my sniper. I should have been paying a little bit more attention. Being very... Oh, wait a minute. There's the UFO. Oh. Was I going the wrong way when I was saying that this wasn't big enough? Okay. Yeah, okay, we have a supply ship that we're going to have to deal with here. These are long, annoying missions. I expect this to be the only mission in this episode. But now we know where it is, so we can start moving in that direction. What a surprise! Doreen Fatty completely out of position in the total wrong place. Maybe because she's a big pile of garbage. Alright, so... You know, at least I gave her a name that's easy to make fun of. You know, it's hard to call somebody fatty without making fun of them, so... It's fitting that she would be the one to make such a devastating mistake. Alright, well, I expect to hear some noise on this turn.
I don't think we're alone out here.
Yes, we did. Is that... Muton Elite? I can't quite place the sound I just heard there. Sounds like a sound a Muton would make, but it's not the sound that you hear when Mutons are off screen. I remember, it could very well be Muton Elites, I wouldn't be surprised. So, my sniper, I'm gonna head up here. And then in the future, he should be able to do some really good cover as we move into the UFO. And then he'll have to sprint a couple turns to catch up, I imagine. But that'll be good. Alright, so we'll just keep on moving toward the UFO. And continue to overwatch religiously. Oh, sorry, I forgot about you, fatty. We're going to continue to overwatch religiously while we approach the ship just in case something pops out, which wouldn't be unheard of. Yep, sniper hears something coming from inside the cargo bay. And this is the same ship, actually, that we invaded earlier, where I was really confused because I couldn't, oh. Can I get squad sight on that? No, because we can't actually see it. We just saw it for like a split second in our movement. It's this weird glitch I've been getting in this Let's Play that I hadn't really seen before, where we're aware of the position of an enemy, but we can't actually attack it yet. So that is a cyber disc. We definitely want to get everybody into good positions to fight it before we alert it to our presence. So let's do that. Let's go ahead and just move these guys over here. If we could fight the ship from, or the cyber disc from up here with a height advantage, I would have no problem with that. So I think that is what we're gonna try to do here, if at all possible. I don't feel bad about leaving a couple guys out of cover here, because the cyber disc will not have a chance to attack until after it has spent a turn discovering us. Now we do have to remember, cyber discs do carry grenades, so we have to be careful about that. Oh man. Okay, we have to be...
What could it be doing?
We have to be really careful not to alert the cyber disc in fighting these dudes. So this guy right here is Muton Berserker, and if we can capture it, if we can make that happen somehow, that would be an incredible triumph for us. What? That dude just spawned next to us, and how did we all miss? This guy has his gun inside of him. What the hell is going on? I hate this game sometimes. That was a... What the hell? It's gone! There's a Muton right here and it's gone! What the hell happened? I am so confused right now. That dude just like wasted a bunch of ammo for no reason. Oh, it looks like we got the ammo perk from the foundry. Really happy about that. Let's see here. This seems like an occasion. If you can manage to shoot this at the enemies, Doreen, and I'm trusting you on this, seems like a good chance to use a rocket. It's kind of tempting to use a shredder, but I would rather shredder the cyber disc. So we're going to hold off on that, use one of our rockets to decimate these guys. Don't fuck it up. Alright, if she had messed up that rocket somehow, I would have never let her shoot a rocket again, but luckily, it went just fine. And every time you shoot this Berserker, the way this guy works is he only melees and he does a ton of damage when he does it, and every time you shoot him, he could move a little bit closer to you. So, let's see, I would love to use the sniper to do a ton of damage to the Berserker. I'd also love to capture the Berserker. Who has the... Okay, so this guy... And it's actually pretty easy to tease these guys into a taseable position. So let's start out with people not the sniper. So just start shooting at this guy. Definitely get into cover because we do have another Muton to worry about though. Are you kidding me? You can't see now? How is that possible? It's right there. Oh my god, okay. I'm gonna waste a run-and gun here so that we can get another shot on this guy. But we definitely want to be in cover. 51 to hit, come on. Terrible, terrible miss. I might be a little bit ahead of myself, expecting to be able to tase this thing on this turn. We might not even be in a position to kill it. Let's use a rapid fire on it. 6 and a miss. That surprises the hell out of me. He's going to move a little bit closer. Who else do we have left to shoot? Not a whole ton of people, do we? Okay, we still got the sniper as well as this support up here who is going to... I don't like this. I don't want to be in such a position that that guy can take a shot at me. But the sniper is taking over the only good cover here. Unless he can shoot from here, but I don't want to take a gamble on that. Let's take a gamble on it. Okay, good. Now you take a shot at him. Should move a little bit closer. And that should be a really good chance to stun. And if it doesn't stun, then we're going to use the sniper to execute it, which should be a near 100% chance. Oh no! You fool! He had the ability that makes him shoot at anything that comes within 4 tiles. We were gonna capture that, you idiot! God damn it, Assaulty. His nickname is Coney. What does that tell you? Alright, we got a 100% chance to kill this Muton. I like those odds. Man, I really wanted that Berserker. It was gonna make it so that all future armor we were gonna research was gonna take half as long. You just have to fuck everything up, don't you, Assaulty? No, I shouldn't say that. That's Doreen Fatty's job, of course. Oh, sorry, I didn't notice you were right there, Doreen. What the hell?
Incoming fire.
Who just shot at Doreen? There's an invisible Muton. Oh, this is fucked. We have a situation where there's a Muton who we are not able to see, who is able to shoot at us. Let's see what happens if I get somebody up here. Oh, fuck. So now, in addition to the invisible Muton, we have this cyber disc. If I lose this mission, I'm blaming it all on that invisible Muton who's making this shit fucking impossible. Alright, first thing we're gonna do is take a 95 to hit, 50% to crit on this cyber disc with Mr. Sniper. That's his job. Yeah, 12 damage. That's like half of its health gone right there. Then we are going to additionally use the rookie to do a 58% chance to hit. She does not have heat ammo yet because she is still pretty newbie, and of course she missed anyway. Let's move this guy over here into full cover. Take it. Oh, there's the Muton, the invisible motherfucker. All right, we're gonna wait on this guy, see if it makes sense for him to attack the Muton or if we need him to kill the sectoid. Which begs the question: how did he take a shot at Fatty from way over there? That is garbage. Okay, anyway, what are we gonna do here? Fatty cannot move far enough to be useful to me, unfortunately. We can get a shredder rocket. Don't hit your own teammates, you big dummy. But might as well do something with her this turn. Kill all the, oh wow, we killed everything. Oh, of course, because she does double damage with her, with rockets as well to robotic enemies. That's cool. So we're now going to use the assault to just execute the Muton, is what I was going to say, but miss a 75% chance shot works as well. That puts us into kind of a bad situation because he can use grenades to really fuck with us, and I don't think we can actually see him from this position. We should be able to see him, but we can't. So let's Overwatch instead, and we have one more person. What can you give me? Okay, we can't actually see it, but we're almost certainly not going to kill it on this turn. 60 to hit. Wow. Not only is he invisible, but he is also apparently impossible to hit. Oh no, don't use your grenade, you asshole! God damn it. Alright. Well, he should definitely die this turn. Let's save... who has the arc thrower? This guy right here. Might as well try to capture him at this point. So we're going to use this guy to move forward up here. We're just going to shoot him once. Does up to 8 damage. Shouldn't kill him. It killed him. Oh well. That's fine. It would have been a free plasma rifle if we had killed him, but we're doing pretty well on money anyway. Let's go ahead and spend a turn reloading because I don't anticipate us seeing too many more enemies this turn.
It's killing time.
Fatty, I guess you can come join the rest of us if you're done firing rockets at your teammates.
Good to go.
And we'll reload the laser sniper rifle.
It's killing time.
Alright, I hear more Mutons in the distance. That's to be expected. Really, I would be surprised if we didn't see any more Mutons on this mission. Reload him. Get this guy out into a position over here, I suppose. And we'll start storming the ship. I should really not be overwatching until the turn's over. This is a bad habit that took me a while to break, and I still fall into it sometimes. First you move everybody to make sure you're not going to trigger any enemies, and then you overwatch everybody when you're sure that's the best move you can make. We are going to leave the sniper up here, but I'm going to move him over here a little bit. That's going to put him in good cover from 2 angles and give him a slightly better view of the interior here. But this is going to be like his wheelhouse. This is the time when he can shine, because after this entrance area, snipers start being not so great, because of course we're going to be in interior areas. I'm not going to waste a medkit healing a squatty right now. I'd rather save it just in case one of our really important units goes into, like, he needs to be stabilized, or even just needs to be healed. So we'll send Fatty in first, of course, just in case there's something waiting to murder her immediately, because if anybody's gonna get murdered, no, it's actually the squatties, but, you know, Fatty and me, we like to joke. Isn't that right, Fatty? Alright, so this is one of those situations where there's not a lot of cover, so you just have to run your people forward kind of roughly together and then overwatch everybody. And it also looks like there's not going to be anything else in this starting area, so it's going to be safe to rush our sniper up a little bit rather than put him on overwatch. And I'm also going to actually dash this guy as well, just to get him with the team a little bit. So one thing that I really hate about this map is that it gets really annoying trying to send people onto the correct floor. You have to really double check every one of your movements to make sure you're not actually or accidentally making somebody like jump off of a ledge or something. You guys think I'm crazy right now, but it's actually a serious, like, glitchy, flawed UI. It's not just me being an idiot. You'll see it in a second. So that said, it sounds silly, but I'm actually going to try to keep people all on this bottom floor, because that's the only floor that works properly. And it gets to the point where it's so likely that you'll accidentally send somebody to the wrong place if you're trying to operate on the higher levels, that it's better to just stick everybody together. So again, I'm going to dash the sniper forward, everybody else is going to overwatch. And you should get a good look at whatever's inside this door after we get in there. Yep, there's almost certainly mutons right beyond this door. So we're going to leave the sniper where he is, get people on either side of the door, and then breach as we normally would. But the breach is actually going to happen next turn, of course, because we don't want to... No! What the hell? You saw it? I clicked nowhere near the door. Okay, luckily there's nothing in there, but I'm tempted to demote you just for that, Mr. Chris Assaulty. That was absolutely not what I told you to do, and I'm very upset with you. Wow. That was really annoying. Alright, we're gonna... well, Sniper isn't really going to have anything to see if there's nothing in this room, is he? So we're going to have to breach the second door, and that's an annoying door to breach because you can't actually stand next to it and then breach it. You have to have somebody out in the line of fire to open it. But let's go ahead and move our Sniper forward a little bit, since we know this room is safe. Unless there's invisible mutons in here. This has been a glitchy mission so far. We're going to move people up next to the door, and the next turn we can start moving forward a little bit. Oh wow! They're actually going to move through the door to attack us. I've never seen that before. Must be a different AI in the
Damn it! Missed the target.
You know, what am I trying to say here? The classic mode. Wow, that was a hell of a miss. Alright, these guys are going to notice us and then move into cover. And then we'll have a chance to kill all of them before they fuck us up. Yeah, that's about what I would do if I was in their situation as well. Let's go ahead and... Man, it's annoying that this heavy is not in a situation to launch a rocket here. But let's go ahead. We do have a shot... Oh, that's not our sniper. Sniper's over here. He does a lot of damage, so I don't want to waste him on that Muton. So let's wait for now. 20% on those guys is terrible. This is pretty awkward. I'm not sure exactly what I want to do here. Can I get a rocket in there? Oh, we do have a 90% chance, but I'm worried that like the 10% chance is to kill another several units. But they're not by anything explosive, so that shouldn't be the case. I am going to use my last rocket here. And she's going to apparently shoot it through the wall. Yeah, it works for me. And take away those guys' cover, which is huge. She's also the one with the arc thrower, unfortunately. Otherwise, I would have had to try. I would have tried to capture one of these, but it's like that's not going to be the case right now. So might as well use this guy on one of the dudes that has more health. Though he has more accuracy as well, and this guy is the only one left in cover. So I'm going to take the 73% chance to kill this one. And the other guys should be able to clean up the scraps on these ones. They have no cover anymore. So it shouldn't exactly be, you know, rocket science to take these guys out. 75 to hit. Why risk it? 260s is much better than 175. He is down. Move this guy up to the position he vacated. What do you got? Another 60? God damn you.
Adjusting sights.
Was that our new support? Or is this a support? I don't know anymore. Oh no, this is obviously an assault, I'm sorry. That was silly of me. I want to move this guy in so that we can get another... Yeah, we can go right here. But ultimately I really need this thing dead, or else we're going to be sitting ducks for a grenade. Which is looking more and more likely as more and more of my troops prove that they are useless at everything. Come on. There we go.
He's down.
Alright, and that's going to be the end of that Muton group. Never seen them, like, burst through a door like that at me. That was, weird, but I don't necessarily not like it. They triggered, like, a million Overwatches there. Oops, why am I putting people in Overwatch before my turn is over? Come on, get your head in the game. Alright, so basically at this point we're just going to move people in, and then next turn we can move through to the next room, which is almost certainly going to contain more Mutons. I would love to see another Berserker and have a chance to take a stun on it, because it would be a huge advantage to research all of our armor twice as quickly.
Did you hear something?
Yep, more sound coming from the next room, not a surprise. Let's go ahead and move Fatty up here, see if she can see anything. No, I don't think she actually gets vision of here. We have to go up, unfortunately. This guy can't go very far up at all. But we'll at least form a line here, and the next turn we can move up fully. There's like nothing good with my sniper to do right now, so we're just gonna leave him where he is for one more turn. Alright, so far this mission is going fine. I've been complaining a lot maybe, but our positioning has been good enough that it's none of the crazy shit has been that bad. So here's what I'm talking about. I have to like use my scroll wheel to go up a level, or he would have just jumped down there with a dash without any sort of confirmation. And that's what really bothers me about it. Like, it's fine that the camera gets a little glitchy sometimes. It's not fine that I have no way of like saying this square and seeing what square it thinks I'm clicking on before it just sends me there. Which is potentially disastrous, and I've on this map a number of times I've accidentally sent a troop like barreling over the edge, and he's landed like in the middle of everything here in a dash, and then there's 3 Mutons up here, and he just dies next turn without me having any chance to do anything about it because the camera is so incredibly shitty. But often I am a little bit impressed, because a lot of the time the problem is actually that the roof gets in the way. So like, to be on this level where I can click on these squares, I actually have the roof in my way, so I can't actually see what I'm doing, which is incredibly annoying. But to their credit, maybe they've like released a patch or something. I haven't been aware of it, but I can't say that with any kind of authority. So anyway, let's overwatch everybody here, and then see if we hear anything else. Because that's really going to color where we go next from here. There could be enemies like in one of these rooms over here, or we could just be heading to the end. Yeah, we're only hearing sound from that way, so...
Did you hear something?
Looks like we have more mutons to fight in the next room. But we're coming up to sort of the end of the ship, unless they're outside. They might be outside over here, in which case that would be kind of a pain in the ass. But first we'll take care of the outsider. And then if that's not the end of the mission, then we'll start figuring out where those extra mutons are. Or maybe we'll run into them as we're running down this way somehow. Alright, now here's the big question. What should I do with my sniper? Thinking, I'll just dash him all the way over here. Then later on he might be an asset. You know what? I should do an overload or a reload turn. It gets to the point where when you have this ammo conservation, you have to take reload turns much less often, which is great. Okay, yeah, we're hearing mutons directly outside the ship, which kind of sucks. So we are going to have to find a way to deal with them somehow. I'm amazed sometimes by how stupid the game is. This does not count as cover at all, despite being like against a wall. So if there was something out there and they were shooting at somebody here, they would have no cover. That is really goddamn silly. But whatever. So we are going to start moving people toward this area so that we can encounter these mutons. We should have a height advantage over them if they're where I'm expecting them to be. And then after that we can move on and take care of the solitary outsider that we're going to have to deal with, as we do on every ship. And that should be the end of the mission I'm expecting. Just one more group of mutons, and that's it. And the outsider. So let's just overwatch everybody this turn. That's going to be a strong position for the sniper, I think. And then next turn we'll start moving up here and seeing if we can see the mutons.
Shut up.
That must be the outsider that we're hearing. So no big deal. We do not want anybody to get anywhere close to this thing, despite that really enticing shield insignia that it gives us. Can anybody get far enough to actually... Yeah, that's what I'm looking for. Just want to trigger the mutons. We don't see them, so we can safely start moving people out here and be ready for them to almost certainly like wander into vision next turn. Gonna use a couple of dashes here to get people into positions to actually fight next turn. Want to keep them away from the power generator. So tempting to use it as cover, but it's really not cover at all. I'm gonna come up here, open this door, and yes, we're still hearing the outsider. Now we'll overwatch everybody, and I expect to see mutons. They gotta be out here, like down on the ground somewhere. So let's look for them. Nothing. That is weird. Where are they? Where are they? Oh, there's one. Wow, and he hasn't noticed us, but I sure did notice him. 99 to hit, I'll take that. Yep, there's a 7 damage on him, and he is gonna notice us? Nope, he doesn't give a fuck. Alright, so let's put another person over here, take another 100% chance to hit. And that should be the end of him. You are not the top of your class, are you, man? That was really silly. Alright, so now we're going to move on the outsider. That was probably the only muton, I imagine. Because otherwise I imagine his buddies would have noticed me. I don't know, maybe we should send one person down this ramp next turn, just to make sure that we're not making a terrible mistake and leaving 2 mutons down there. Oh, nope, I heard more mutons. They're coming, it's like the sound waves are coming from over there, but I'm sure they're actually just hiding down there. What the hell? Okay, I'm getting sick of these glitches where we get shot by things we cannot see. That is such garbage. Okay, who should we send down there? If I have a good assault. I think our good assault is actually all the way over here. So that kind of sucks. I don't want to use him for it. But if we have somebody on full health... There he is. Alright, he was not even on Overwatch. But yeah, nice pot shot you took at my guys who couldn't even see you, despite them having a clear height advantage on you. Let's go ahead and finish this. Definitely want to get this support some free points if at all possible, and with that in mind, I am going to let him shoot after this person, because if we can level up that support, that's a big deal for... Oh, come on! I didn't want you to kill it. God damn it. Oh well. Now we start moving in on the outsider. That should be the end of the mission. I am getting really sick of those glitches where something shoots at you that you can't see. That is maybe one of the worst things I've ever seen in a turn-based strategy game. That's what I was talking about. Like in my first episode, I said that I thought I hated this game at first, and there are good reasons for that. This is not necessarily a super well-made game. It's a turn-based strategy game. It's like a game of chess, and them trying to add all of this weird physics stuff on top of it and everything, they've sort of overlooked some things that I consider incredibly basic to the turn-based strategy genre, like not having absurd glitches where you get shot by a unit you can't see. You know, that seems like the sort of thing you iron out before you start trying to make, like, the ability to destroy cover in dynamic ways, you know? Like, first get your basics down. Or actually, I'm just gonna reload my sniper rifle. First get your basics down, then start thinking about more advanced stuff, and they've totally, like, disregarded that aspect of game design. They went for a lot of ambition that was not really necessary in my eyes, and ended up with a game that is cool, but broken way too often with, like, camera issues and just control issues in general, which really sort of sours the experience for me, despite how much fun I'm having with this game. Like, don't get me wrong, I really like XCOM. I just wish I could like it more. They had just taken the time to, you know, polish the game well, and maybe if they needed to, if they didn't have the time to polish the game well, just focus on bug busting instead of some of the more advanced features they tried for. Alright, so let's pop open this door. There should just be an outsider in here.
I've seen enough. I don't think there's any.
I think I saw... Oh, there's two outsiders. I've never seen that before.
To the detriment of all mankind.
Alright, apparently Dr. Shen has had enough of this. We have a sniper who only has a 33% on this guy because the sniper rifle is shitty for this range. Oh no! And the game froze! Alright, I'll be right back. I have to actually force quit the game and start it back up again. I hate it when this shit happens. Alright, and I'm back. Let's see how many turns we lost in that crash. That is so fucking annoying. We were right at the end of the mission, too. Alright, doesn't look like we lost too much. We'll just have to open this door up again. Trigger the two outsiders again. Dr. Shen's again going to have a little mental breakdown there when he sees the alien surgeries. And these guys should not be difficult for us to kill on this turn. Let's go ahead and... Alright, we're going to use this assault to run and gun the second outsider over here. That should kill it in one turn, no problem, and then everybody else can focus their efforts on the other one. We have two 97% chances to hit. Yeah, if that had failed, I would have been pretty pissed off. Speaking of pissed off, Dr. Valen is not super happy with me killing outsiders, even though we've already been over this, Dr. Valen, several times, in fact, that we... Oh, that's not the support. I was gonna have the support deal the final blow. Fuck. Where are you, support? We already have an outsider. We just haven't researched it yet, but she's still freaking out about it. Please kill it. Excellent. Shut up. Alright, and that's the end of that mission. Did our support even level up? I'm not sure if they did or not. That was very long and taxing, but we did get some very nice stuff, and we didn't actually lose anybody, which is actually kind of better than I was expecting after the disaster of losing most of our, or I wouldn't say most, but many very good units on the last mission. But this is great. We got our assault leveled up a little bit, so we'll give her tactical sense like we do with every assault. And yeah, our support did not level up, which kind of surprises me, but we'll do that later on, I guess. We do have a new Berserker Autopsy. If only we could have captured it if some idiot hadn't taken a shot when I didn't want him to. Anyway, we did get a lot of stuff that we can sell. Let's visit the gray market. You can sell this damaged alien stasis tank as well as alien surgeries. Those have no research benefit, and neither do the stasis tanks. So we can just sell all of that stuff with the transaction, get a little bit more money. And that is going to be it for this episode. Next episode we'll probably finish researching heavy plasma and see what else is going on with our research, but you know, at over 40 minutes, I think this is a good time to end the episode. Thank you guys for watching. I will see you next time.